Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for Scorpio gang. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my good friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What's up? What do you got for us? What do you got for the Scorpios here in early October? We're getting very close to Scorpio season. Most beautiful time of year, in my opinion. But yeah, let's see what messages, energies, insights we got. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio in early October. What's happening? Nice and quick. Whoa, okay. This card rarely comes out for any sign, and we have Lady Luck on our sides this week, my friends. So that tells me, regardless of what shows up within the reading this week, I'm happy just because she's showing up here. Lady Luck is huge in the start of a reading. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So we have Lady Luck chilling right here. She showed up for us. And then again, that tells me whether we have like all swords and a rough reading or all great things, this is a great twist because luck is on our side here. To me, this is very similar to the Wheel of Fortune. Now in this card, we see Lady Luck. She's in front of a slot machine. There's poker chips. There's a 4-leaf clover. It's a good luck charm. So for a portion of you, you might catch a lucky bounce of some sort in the coming days and weeks. That's really good, or something just might take that right bounce for you, especially if it's something you've been having an issue with. When I see this card, I think of Jupiter type of energy, and in astrology, Jupiter is expansive. It's like guardian angel looking over you type of vibe. So I'm really liking this. Now, for some of you, when Lady Luck does show up, aside from having luck on your side, there could be certain situations you're dealing with where you might want to try your luck. Like, okay, well, you know, let me give it a whirl. Let me try my luck or test my luck here. I'm not going to say whether you should or whether you shouldn't, but when this card is here, that is a great sign, a great omen for the rest of the reading in general. So we're just going to leave her right there for now. I like it. I'm super pumped that she showed up for us. Let's see what Tarot has. And yeah, I always say the first card here doesn't fully make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But that's a damn good one. Let's shuffle it up here. What do we got for Scorpio? Please, what do you got for us? And yeah, while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Unexpected Problem. Okay, and I did see a couple of problematic areas in last week's reading, but such is life, right? Things are always going to happen. Things do pop up from time to time. But to me, it did feel like things just like popping up out of nowhere. So just keep your head on the swivel for the coming days and weeks. Okay? It didn't feel like end of the world type stuff, but it just felt like things popping up. So let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. So let's get it going. 3 cards here for Scorpio, please. What is going on for us? Thank you. Okay, 8 of Cups, on the move, on the go, huh? Okay, starting out of the gate hot with some action. And we're going to have to look at this. I feel like I saw this for Cancer, possibly in the same position. Let's get a couple more cards out. What do we got? Thank you. Fool card. And this energy is just on the go. It's on the move. I like that we have the Fool card here because it's like, all right, on to bigger and better things. There's a good energetic progression. That's what I could say here. Let's see what else we have. What's going on? What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you. Okay, 5 of Pentacles here on the back end. Okay, mixed bag. Totally cool. All good. I was kind of expecting that. And remember, this could be somebody else's feelings or feelers that we're going to see here on the back. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. Now, at first glance, we do have a nice mixture of elements happening for us this week. We got some water, we got some fire, we got some pentacles. We could vibe pretty well with this little board of energies that we have going on here, because this could be different situations. You know, like one might be going great, one you might be getting frustrated, one might be in the crapper. It all depends. But for some, it just really depends on the situation, because whether it's different things or all one thing, I feel like this is going to be complex. It usually is for our readings, right? But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out. So position number one, we're starting with the Eight of Cups. And you see this person going into the great unknown, going into the night, the moon is out. So this card does kind of link to a little bit of mystery, the hidden, just like we were seeing last week. It's still here. Yes, he is walking away from these cups. So sometimes it could represent walking away from something, but I see it as more of a neutral. To me, it's just generalized action, because this person's not just walking away from these cups. This person's heading towards the Nine of Cups, moving from the 8 to the 9. So there is some action being planned, whether it's coming from your end or somebody else's end. Like, this is energy that's moving. Okay. In this time, watch out for things that might frustrate you. Watch out for things that you might feel like giving up on when this card is here, because that is part of the challenge of this card. Now, worst case scenario, the Eight of Cups, if there isn't something that you're leaving in the dust, this card can represent, yeah, endings sometimes. But in its roughest sense, it could be feelings of abandonment. Sometimes it could be feelings of solitude. So watch out for stuff like this. It doesn't feel all bad this week in the reading, because I feel like it's neutral still. The clarifier is what's going to be important, whether this is good movement or challenging. Now, moving to the center, we have the total opposite here, because we have the Fool in the center. And it does have similar archetypes that we're seeing right here in front. Now, the Fool connects the zodiac sign of Aries. Okay, now I don't know how many of you really pay attention or study astrology much, but in classical astrology, I know Aries and Scorpio are both ruled by Mars. Okay, even though Scorpio's fixed and Aries is cardinal, they're both ruled by that Mars energy, that action. Okay, so when I see the Fool in a Scorpio reading, I like it, I love it, I feel like it gels. The Fool is the first of the major arcana, the first card in the tarot deck, the protagonist, the hero. So often when we see it, we think of new journeys, new adventures, new paths opening up. So this is a really optimistic type of energy, because notice the sun is shining. While this one has the moon and the darkness, this has the sun shining in the day. However, when we get to the challenge of the Fool, it is fire energy, so it can be unpredictable. It can be spontaneous as well. There's a little level of danger when it comes to the Fool, and that's the challenge of it, right? Because the Fool's always about to walk off the cliff. So Spirit could be saying, all right, Scorpio, make moves, just be careful about it. Make moves, just be cautious when this Fool is here, because it is optimistic either way. So we're going to want to look at it. For some of you, it could just be easy. Maybe you have Aries placements or you're connected to one. I know I have both Aries and Scorpio placements myself. So moving to the back end, and yeah, lots of movement, lots of movement. We have the Five of Pentacles. Now, that doesn't look too nice, does it? That's why I'm saying we have a bit of a mixed bag happening here. It's like I have a neutral energy, very positive energy, and we got a bit of a rough one. Now, everyone knows us Scorpios, we feel things pretty intensely. The highs feel pretty high, the lows feel pretty damn low. We are known for our internal intensity. And when I see this Five of Pentacles, hopefully it's not something you're going through right now, but you see these people, they're out in the cold. So in this time, watch out for, in the challenge, unexpected expenses. Make sure you're doing proper things with your money or your finances. You might be having issues in regards to work and career when this card shows up. If we're talking interpersonal, this could be someone that, again, feels possible solitude, lonesomeness, feelings of abandonment. So these are themes that are starting to pick up here, whether it's you or somebody else. The positive of the Five of Pentacles, because yes, every card has a positive. This to me is a card of just a rough patch, right? It's a problem, it's a situation, but it's not a final destination. It's like current situation, not final destination, because remember, it's a 5, it's not a 10, okay, like in the numerology of it. So it's like, okay, well, yeah, no, that's a bump in the road, that sucks, but that's not the final result. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Scorpio, because we have a lot of things happening here. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle here for Scorpio, please. What's going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. What's going on that Eight of Cups? What's this action about? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Scorpio, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Eight of Cups time. Why is it here? What's this movement about? Thank you. Yeah, decisiveness. And this is something I've been seeing for all of the water signs this week. And I know water signs, and as someone who has multiple major water sign placements, sometimes we get the reputation for being a little wishy-washy with things, right? Believe it or not. When I see the Eight of Cups with the Ace of Swords, it is extremely definitive. Like, mind made up, game over. This is what it is. This is the direction I'm going in. So for some of you, this might be an energy somebody else is portraying, or this could be an energy that you're going to step into in the very near future where it's like, okay, enough of that. Game over. I'm not messing around. This is the direction I'm going in. Decision final, like type of energy. Okay, and I've been picking it up for a lot of the water signs. Now, the Ace of Swords, the sword of truth, the sword of clarity, seeing things clearly. It's logical, it's intelligent. So when I see it with the Eight of Cups, it's like, all right, a lot of you might be in a mindset to optimize things. Okay, so whether it is work things or relationships, now could be a great time to really tweak things, optimize processes. I feel like it's really strong here in the energy that you can make things better. Not only problem solve, but improve things. Okay, not just relationships either. So I feel like this is good. But again, this is an energy that if you're carrying it, people would probably do best to not get in the way of this because it is extremely definitive. It's like as close to set in stone as you can get. Let's keep moving. Again, like I'm telling you, to me, it feels like someone that's not playing games no more. Let's see what's up with the Fool. Because it just feels serious. It doesn't feel harsh. It just feels like this is what it is. So what's going on the Fool? I really want to get over to that Five of Pentacles too. Let's see why the Fool's in the mix. There's the Fool here. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Might be easier than you thought. So for a lot of you, there could be a situation or something you're dealing with where it could be easier to resolve it than you think it will. Okay, because I know I've been saying, like, yeah, I see a possible problem. I see a possible situation here that you should take seriously. It should have your eyes on. But when I see the Fool with the Five of Swords in reverse, it's like, okay, that wasn't that bad. Like that actually worked out to my benefit. So when I see the Fool with the Five of Swords in reverse, I could absolutely see a big or a massive win coming in for a lot of Scorpios. Now, again, could this be emotional? Could this be monetary and career? All depends on what your big focus is right now. But if I saw this Five of Swords in the upright, then you might catch a little blowback. You might catch a little resistance, a little conflict with this in the upright. In reverse, it's like, okay, that's easier than I thought. It's like, okay, it's like once I started making action or once I started doing something, it's like everything lifted. So again, I feel like when you do get decisive about something or when you do get decisive about a situation, it's like everything is just going to ease up and the energy is going to flow and things are going to improve. Okay, like once you finally make up your mind about something, it's like, okay, full steam ahead. And it's going to be way easier than you think it will. So again, the Fool with this Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like this could be a massive win coming in. Let's keep moving over to the Five of Pentacles. Let's see if anything's going to rain on our parade here. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm picking up. So why is that Five of Pentacles here for Scorpio gang? Then we'll do our quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So what is happening? What is going on? Thank you. Okay, so there are going to be some ups and downs too, and like I mentioned earlier in the reading, such is life. Okay, when I get the Eight of Pentacles in the upright underneath the Five of Pentacles, for a lot of you, there could really be a focus coming up in the near future about career. But another intuitive message I'm picking up with these two is Spirit telling you to not take your foot off the gas with something. Like, don't give up on something. There is something that you need to either see through or follow through with. Okay, so whatever that might be to you, right? Because Scorpio's in a lot of different positions. When I see the Eight of Pentacles, yes, it's connected to career, but at the same time, it's hard work, it's diligence, it's pouring energy into something. So are you the type of person, or is Scorpio the type of person to quit when stuff gets tough? I think not. Knowing what I know about Scorpio and having placements myself, we actually thrive in pressure positions. Okay, that's kind of like why we attract it, which kind of sucks a little bit, but Scorpio placements thrive under pressure. So when I see the Five of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles underneath, it's like, all right, just keep going. plow through it, keep pushing, like don't stop, don't let up. It's giving me that reassurance type of energy here. So again, when I look at the full spread of energy, whether these are separate things or one thing, it's like we're decisive, it's not that hard, and we're going to keep it moving. It's like the energy is picking up steam. It's like a bulldozer here, and I'm loving it. So I like the energy this week. I think for a lot of you, you could really optimize things and improve a lot of things as well in your life. Now, let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. But position number one, we're starting off here with the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. As I mentioned, to me, this feels like being very decisive, like this is what it is. I'm not messing around. I'm not playing games. I'm very decisive on what direction I'm going in and what I want. So for a lot of you, if you're hanging in the air in regards to something, I feel like you're going to be very decisive on the direction to move in very soon. And that feels really good to me. Another thing I picked up was, again, that you could improve a lot of things in your life. Not only problems, like there's optimization here where you can make things better. Moving to the center, we have the Fool card with the Five of Swords in reverse. Once you start getting the ball rolling with something, it's going to be way easier than you envision it to be. Like, not to say it's going to be without issue, but it's going to be easier than you think it's going to be. And this to me feels like a massive win in the center, where it's like, yeah, the energy's flowing, it's good. The Five of Swords, it's like, I'm not getting much resistance here. I like it. So claim this energy, that win's coming in for you. On to the back end, we get the reassurance. We have the Five of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So there is something that Spirit wants you to either not give up on or just keep trucking, just knowing that, yeah, things are going to happen. Things are going to pop up. Not everything isn't always going to be sunshine and rainbows. But Scorpio energy thrives in pressure positions. So always remember that. Have that as a place of power within yourself. When the going gets tough, that's when Scorpio really thrives. And Spirit's reminding us of that here on the back end. Keep pushing through. And it's beautiful. I feel like this reading is really beautiful, how it all connected together. So please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into those further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And then, yeah, some of you might be having little difficulties in work, but you'll get through it. Let's see what's in the shadows, my friends. What's happening here for Scorpio gang? And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be good too. So let's see what's up. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out here for you. What's in the shadows for Scorpio? What is going on? Okay, Seven of Wands. So it's like the whole reading encapsulated into one card, honestly. Now, I just want to give you guys a reminder about Lady Luck that I saw in the beginning and the messages we saw throughout. But here on the back end, we have the Seven of Wands. Now, usually this depicts somebody like standing up on a wall, fending off other people that are coming at them with sticks. And sometimes it might make you feel, if this energy's in the shadows, even if things are moving along, that you might feel like your back's against the wall or like you're trapped or you don't have many options. That's not a good place for a Scorpio to feel like they're in, because that's when the stinger comes out. You never want to feel cornered, or you never want to corner a Scorpio if you're cross-watching. But when I see this Seven of Wands, not only is it that, not only is it tests, to me this is a card of determination. Like, I'll take on the damn world if I got to. Nothing's going to stop me. And with what we saw, especially here on the back end, I feel like this is a very potent inner strength for a lot of Scorpios here. So I would take this, I would run with this energy if possible. And I feel like it's just going to flow right on into Scorpio season, which is only a couple weeks away. So this is a beautiful thing, my friends. And yeah, that's what I have for you this week, Scorpio. So don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.